everybody to the Single and Stiletto Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima, and I'm a matchmaker and dating coach at Dream Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I'm also the founder of Single and Stilettos. Today we have on our show Jaki Sabourin, and she is a love and dating coach at Engaged at Any Age. I love the name of her company. It's so great. But before we jump into it, today we're talking about manifesting the right man. And before we jump into it, Jaki, I want you to tell our audience how you became a love and dating coach.
Absolutely. And hi, everybody. I just want to keep it really short. I was inspired by my own struggles and my own journey. I experienced a lot of loss and pain, just like all of us have. If you're humans, you've experienced a lot of loss and pain, and that's how you grow. And I created a program around the triumphs that I made in my own life, and which led to meeting and manifesting my Match.com husband that I've been married to for the last year and a half. So it's really about just applying my own experiences and creating a program that works, it gets results, and helping other women have the same thing, just helping people get what they want.
That's awesome. Well, Jaki, I know we've all gone through that same journey of suffering through dating and finding love, and I'm so glad you found the right man. So today, like I talked about, we're going to talk about manifesting the right man, and you have 3 great tips for us. So Jaki, tell us what your first tip is.
So the first tip is clarity. And I know you've all heard that before, but I can't tell you how important it is. It's going to save you a lot of time. If you don't have clarity on what you want and why you want it, it is going to take you much longer to manifest your man, because you're sending a mixed signal to the universe. So really just getting really clear, writing it down what you want, because it changes from year to year. Some things that I wanted 3 years ago is just not applicable now. So you really need to check in with what you want and why you want it. That why you want it's going to keep you locked in when things get tough, and they get challenging. Your why really holds you to why is that important to you, because you want to share your life with someone. And when you remember that and you reconnect to this, it pushes you through those hard times, those challenging times.
So, Jaki, do you mean that someone should actually write up their list of must-haves and deal breakers for a man? Do you mean by that in getting clear?
I absolutely do. I think it's like put as much effort as you would put into getting your education, buying a house, buying a car, a job interview. You would take time to do some research. You would put things down on paper. You would talk to your friend. You'd get really clear. And you know what? We don't do that when it comes to love. We just haphazardly throw ourselves out there, and then we wonder, why is this taking so long? Why am I attracting the wrong kind of men? So really, you have to. It's a commitment to going through the process just like you would everything else, making it that important.
Perfect. And do you have any tips on, should there be like some basic parameters that someone should follow in their list of must-haves? Because I always recommend to my clients that it shouldn't be like super long. It shouldn't be like something that no one could meet, right?
I love that you said that. It shouldn't be super long. It can be as long as you want, but the truth is you're going to attract what you are. So you can write a list about whatever you want. So just be clear on that. So I like to recommend the 3 top things. So I focused on the 3 top things that I wanted in my man, because the universe knows down deep inside what my heart really longs for, and how I live my life and my values. They show up in how I live my life. So those things are a different focus. If you want to change, so basically what I'm saying is you have to cultivate the things that you want in your man in yourself. You have to become those things if you're not already those things. Otherwise, you're just going to attract what's beneath the surface. You can pretend that you're this something on the outside, but down deep, it's whatever you're resonating, that's what you're going to attract.
That is so true. So that's a great tip. So tell us your second tip.
So the second tip is your thoughts, words, and deeds. And I like to call this the creation trilogy. And it's really simple. Just write this down: thoughts, words, and deeds. You need to think, say, and do. All those things need to be congruent. You can't be saying to your friends, I probably won't ever meet anybody, or there's no good men out there, but in your heart you really want a man, and then you're thinking thoughts that are contrary. So it's important to really look at making sure that everything you say, think, and do is in alignment. And that's going to be the fastest way that you can attract.
I love that you brought that up because that is so true. Because I was just out last night with a girlfriend for dinner, and I said to her, because she kept going through the negative aspects of, oh, online dating's so hard. Oh, there's no good men out there. And she's like, but I really want to meet the right man. And I was like, well, it's not in alignment what you're saying. You have to keep that positive attitude up, right?
Absolutely. It's more than really just a positive attitude. I feel that it's more like recognizing that, especially online dating, that this is an opportunity for you to use it as a personal growth tool. That's another way you can manifest really quickly. Using the experience that you have that maybe isn't ideal, learn from it, and instead of getting bogged down in the mistakes you make, learn from them, and then grow to the next level. But often what happens is they'll make a mistake, or they'll meet a guy that's not a great experience, and they'll back up and they'll retract instead of expanding. So the contrast of that bad date gives you an opportunity to see what you want more than what you don't want. So then you step more into that. But commonly we retract because we get hurt or we're in fear. But we have to stay open. We have to expand with each experience.
That is so true. Can I ask you a question about, because I hear this a lot, is where a woman can be positive about wanting to get out there and date, but then she has a lot of negative friends that are chattering in her ear of, oh, dating sucks, dating's horrible, and saying those same things. So what are your suggestions so that they keep that negative energy out?
That is such a great question. I'm glad you asked that, because you're the sum of 5 people you spend the most time with. And you're not going to be able to pull in a different energy when you're surrounded by it. And you have to look at taking responsibility. Why are you surrounding yourself by the energy? Because sooner or later, you're going to fall into that. And so you really have to clear out your life with the people that are negative, that aren't pursuing their dreams, that aren't making good choices, that aren't willing to look at their patterns and change them, because you need a support. You need a community around you so that you can grow and expand, because otherwise they're just going to hold you back. And so, as sad as that sounds, to let go of friends, they'll find their own way. And we're not always a match for our friends. We outgrow friendships. They're a season or a reason, and it's okay to just be okay with letting people go, because when you let someone go, you open the door to bring somebody else in.
I love that you said that. So what's your third tip?
Okay, my third tip is, I thought I did 3. Let me go for a 4. Consistency. Did I do 3? I think consistency needs to be talked about. So you have to be consistent when you're looking for your man. You have to commit to the process, and you have to be consistent. You can't be shutting down your profile because you get triggered, and you can't be changing your pattern. You need to be disciplined and structured about what you're going to do, and then be consistent about doing it so that you can create a healthy pattern for yourself, so you don't take so many emotional dips. And so I think that really helps. And things always take a little bit longer than we plan on it. Our mind can imagine that something's going to happen overnight, but we have to allow things to line up. And so just relax into the process. Give yourself, a year to learn how to use online dating, to become a good dater, to become a good listener, to become a good conversationalist. These things are you grow into as you're cultivating, becoming those qualities that you want in a man. Give yourself the time to do that. So consistently keep working at it and growing and expanding.
I love those tips. Those are such great tips, ladies. So, ladies, you've got to get out there and implement them. So, Jaki, tell our audience how they can find you.
Oh, thank you, Suzanne, for having me on your show, first of all. And you can find me by just going to jakisabourin.com. And I know that there's a little link that you're going to give them, I think, somewhere. But you can just Google me, jakisabourin.com, and I'm happy to be in touch with you or sign up for my ebook, whatever you want to do. I just want you to find love.
Oh, yeah, Jaki, you're going to give them a free gift, and we're going to put the link underneath. What's the free gift that you're going to give everybody?
Yeah, I created a little bundle. There's an audio on how to be irresistible. I kind of walk through the steps on what that really means, and I recommend listening to it a couple times. You can really internalize it, and that's coupled with a 7-minute open to love guided meditation that I created, so you can start to visualize your man, you meeting on the beach and opening your heart to him. And that's coupled with and bundled with a 30-minute call with me, so I can help you clear out any blocks, or just really to become aware of the blocks that you might have to speed up the process for you.
Awesome. So everybody just click on the link right below the video. And if you're listening to the podcast, just go to singleonstilettos.com and look for Jaki's interview. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on the Single on Stilettos show. Our show is available both in video format and podcast format. If you like to view the videos, you can go to singleonstilettos.com. And if you would like to get the podcast, you can download it from iTunes. And if you would like to get our free ebook on the 3 secrets guaranteed to attract any man based on scientific research, you can click right here on the video, or you can go to singleonstilettos.com.